Well, now, what have we? We've got ourselves A Course in Miracles in lesson 190. So this one's a doozy, definite good one, maybe hard to believe, but also it makes sense. It really does. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. And what that either makes sense to you because you're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure pain's a choice because you've had enough personal experiences to validate that, or you're like, no, I don't believe it because this pain is too much and I have it and this and that, and you've got all the justifications for that. According to A Course in Miracles, pain is a wrong perspective. When it is experienced in any form, it is a proof of self-deception. It is not a fact at all. There is no form it takes that will not disappear if seen aright. For pain proclaims God cruel. How could it be real in any form? It witnesses to God the Father's hatred of his Son, the sinfulness he sees in him, and his insane desire for revenge and death. So this is saying that a lot of our projections against God, a fearful God, a punishing God, that just solidifies our belief in pain and makes pain a witness to the Son's mistakes and what he thinks he is. So it's self-deception. It's the wrong perspective. Pain is a sign illusions reign in place of truth. It demonstrates God is denied, confused with fear, perceived as mad, and seen as traitor to himself. If God is real, there is no pain. If pain is real, there is no God. So anyways, it just goes on, man. For vengeance is not part of love, and fear, denying love and using pain to prove that God is dead, has shown that death is victor over life. The body is the Son of God, corruptible in death, as mortal as the Father he has slain. So then it says, okay, enough of that. Peace to such foolishness. The time has come to laugh at such insane ideas. There is no need to think of them as savage crimes or secret sins with weighty consequence. Who but a madman could conceive of them as cause of anything? Their witness, pain, is mad as they, and no more to be feared than the insane illusions which it shields and tries to demonstrate must still be true. So get to the point, Course in Miracles. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. Your thoughts alone that cause you pain. Nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. There is no cause beyond yourself that can reach down and bring oppression. No one but yourself affects you. There is nothing in the world that has the power to make you ill or sad or weak or frail. So this is when that part of your mind will rise up and say, the F I am doing this to myself. I didn't run myself over with a car. Like, how dare you say that this is not pain? Like, my ribs are broken, my head is bruised. You know, like, I get how the ego very justifiably can argue this. But it is you who have the power to dominate all things you see by merely recognizing what you are. As you perceive the harmlessness in them, they will accept your holy will as theirs. And what was seen as fearful now becomes a source of innocence and holiness. Right? Can you get in line with that, my holy brother? Think of this a while. The world you see does nothing. It has no effects at all. It merely represents your thoughts. And it will change entirely as you elect to change your mind and choose the joy of God as what you really want. Yourself, your capital S self, is radiant in this holy joy, unchanged, unchanging, and unchangeable forever and ever. And would you deny a little corner of your mind its own inheritance and keep it as a hospital for pain, a sickly place where living things must come at last to die? So I'm going to hand this over to Jesus after I just read, the world may seem to cause you pain, and yet the world as causeless has no power to cause. As an effect, it cannot make effects. As an illusion, it is what you wish. Your idle wishes represent its pains. Your strange desires bring it evil dreams. Your thoughts of death envelop it in fear, while in your kind forgiveness does it live. So pain is a thought of evil taking form and working havoc in your holy mind. Pain is the ransom you have gladly paid not to be free. So you did this. You did this. That's what it's saying. Lesson 190. Jesus said, you are not a victim of the world. What's been happening is you've been at the mercy of your own miscreations. You have created everything you see and everything that you experience because what you believe is reflected back to you. So if you believe something that is causing things to happen in your life that are not nice, that are fearful, that are attackful, that are full of drama and chaos, then act in accord. Change your mind because what you believe is reflected back to you. So keep on doing your lessons, even though they challenge you and you might be arguable at times with them. Express your willingness and continue on, trusting that you have been given the means for healing your mind with A Course in Miracles. So keep on doing your forgiveness practice. Clean your mind and stop miscreating. And instead, create miracles to experience and enjoy. I've been trying to keep the Tina Jesuses short and sweet. But yeah, he did go off like saying like, if you are fearful of a certain type of person, he said, if you're a white person and you think black people are going to hurt you, guess what? That's what you're going to attract in your life. If you're a woman and you think all men are just scum and do nothing but betray you and torture you, that's what you keep getting. You're miscreating. You're miscreating. So clean your mind. Do your forgiveness practice. Start to recognize that what you're thinking is being reflected back to you. And if you have pain being reflected back to you, whether that's physical or emotional, then read this lesson 190 and try to be open to it. Even if you don't believe it, try to just see what it can do to rewrite. In pain does fear appear to triumph over love, and time replace eternity and heaven, and the world becomes a cruel and bitter place where sorrow rules and little joys give way before the onslaught of the savage pain that waits to end all joy and misery. So we are encouraged to lay down your arms, just lay down your weapons and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things still at last. Lay down all thoughts of danger and of fear. Let no attack enter with you. Lay down the cruel sword of judgment that you hold against your throat and put aside the withering assaults with which you seek to hide your holiness. So you might not consider yourself a violent person, but if you're judging, if you're defending yourself, if you're waiting for that one person to say something, you're in the energy of attack. If you find yourself feeling envious or jealous or like on guard with anything. Those are swords that you're holding against your throat. That's not good for you and what you are going to be creating. Whoa, it's a good time to self-reflect and start to see how you did this, how you created this with the beliefs that you hold. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 190 Insights. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. To me, this lesson is about responsibility. It makes it very clear that everything I think I experience is because of my own choice. Much of my life, I lived believing things happened to me that I had nothing to do with. This lesson is teaching me I am responsible for what I see and what I feel for everything I experience. The title implies I have chosen pain. In case I miss the point in the title, he explains it in specific detail that fear and pain are my choice. But I have another choice. I can choose instead the joy of God, the peace of heaven. And most importantly, the choice for the joy of God is the choice for reality instead of illusion. All I really need to do is lay down the self-denial that has made illusions seem real. The moment I do this, the reality of the joy and peace of God rushes in to fill the space made empty by laying down illusions. I don't have to work to become worthy of God's joy. I don't have to jump through hoops to please God in order to receive His joy. I need only lay down the illusions that block my awareness of the joy that is always there. It cannot really be hard to let go of nothing in order to receive everything. What makes it seem hard is my unwillingness to recognize nothingness for what it is. This unwillingness comes from identifying with a self-image made up of nothingness. It seems that if I give up my belief in it, I will lose my identity and everything of value. This is the effect of misplaced values. In fact, the whole world is the effect of misplaced values. The moment I value reality more than illusion, I will experience reality. I will experience the joy of God. Holy Spirit, help me recognize my misplaced values today. Help me see their nothingness so I can lay them down. Help me see the treasure given me by my Creator and mine for eternity. Help me see love everywhere. This is the treasure I seek and would offer in every moment. Thank you for your support. I ask myself, why have I believed in the existence of pain and death? What attracts me to believe in bodily illusions instead of the truth that I am still in the mind of God? What attracts me to believe that I or anyone can be hurt? What is the payoff for believing in what is not true? I take this to the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit shares. Love is all powerful. Love is what you are. This is your identity. You cannot leave your identity. God's will is your will. There is only one will. Thinking there is something other than the will of love is the cause of all pain. There is nothing other than the will of love, and therefore pain is illusion. The only thing to do with illusions is to lay them down because they are not true. You cannot fix illusions or make them better. What really works is to just give them up, let them go. They are not real. They are thoughts of being unlike God. God is not special or different. God is universal oneness. God gives all love to all of itself. That is what you are for eternity. Being willing to lift the veil of illusions is what cures all pain and sorrow. Being open to the truth of your identity as love removes all belief in weakness, loss, and pain. Practice this today. pathwaysoflight.org. So how much do you need to lay down? How many illusions are in the way of your receiving this joy? So here you will understand there is no pain. Here does the joy of God belong to you. This is the day when it is given you to realize the lesson that contains all of salvation's power. It is this. Pain is illusion. Joy, reality. Pain is but sleep. Joy is awakening. Pain is deception. Joy alone is truth. And so again, we make the only choice that ever can be made. We choose between illusions and the truth, or pain and joy, or hell and heaven. Let our gratitude unto our teacher fill our hearts as we are free to choose our joy instead of pain. We are free to choose our holiness in place of sin, the peace of God instead of conflict, and the light of heaven for the darkness of the world. So what have you? Which one do you want? Literally. It's all a choice. And if you can be honest with yourself and say, which one am I choosing right now? What am I choosing to focus on? What am I choosing to see? Then it does become very, very, very clear indeed. So that's lesson 190. I choose the joy of God instead of pain. So that's your practice today. And if you are in pain, then that's fine. Sit with your pain, but you can still say, I choose the joy of God instead of this pain. And then let yourself be willing. Okay, see you tomorrow.